Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. So we're going to talk about 3 arrows, not 2 arrows, not 1 arrow, but 3 arrows, and how they have like an OTC trading desk that might be siphoning money and making it very, very hard for investors and creditors and maybe even depositors to get their money back because they might have just funneled some of this money to their OTC trading desk, which is trying to disassociate itself with Three Arrows Capital, but we know it's the same entity trying to screw people out of money. This is from CoinDesk. Very, very interesting story. So Three Arrows has been destroyed, but there is a trading desk called TPS Capital, which might have siphoned some money from Three Arrows, and that is still operational, and that's trying to distance itself from Three Arrows. And it actually might frustrate creditors' effort to collect because they might have diverted some of the funds to this thing called TPS. Now, I think they should destroy both TPS and Three Arrows, take all the money, and give it back to the investors/depositors. The epic collapse and bankruptcy case. Now, Three Arrows going bankrupt does not mean TPS went bankrupt. Of the once mighty crypto hedge fund, Three Arrows Capital has roiled the digital asset industry and contributed to a record first half tumble in Bitcoin's price. But obviously, they weren't the only reason. The market was just bad, and Terra Luna's collapse really started everything. So investors are trying to get money and following the trail. And it actually points to this very little known entity called Taiping Sing Capital, or TPS Capital. Which is also operated by Three Arrows Capital, which could actually be funneling all the funds through this so they can escape the legal wrath of creditors and depositors wanting their money back. And it was once officially described as the official OTC desk of Three Arrows Capital, which honestly it still is. They're just trying to get away from it because they're evil people, according to a scraped version of the site by Google, but the language has since changed between the two firms. Obviously, since Three Arrows collapsed, you don't really want to be associated with Three Arrows, and plus, if the language actually explained it that way, well, then, like the lawyers might be able to be like, hey, you're the same entity, Three Arrows owes money, so you owe money as well. They don't want that because the people who run this stuff probably want that siphon money to keep running this TPS Capital, and also to siphon it some of it more in their own pockets. This could definitely be a scam. TPS Capital continues to make trades according to sources in the digital asset industry in Asia, even as its parent company faces liquidation in the British Virgin Islands and investigation in Singapore. So, unfortunately, because there's legal separation between TPS and Three Arrows Capital, the parent company is now facing lawsuit, but according to corporate filings, TPS Capital has different ownership structure and hidden directors. Ooh, hidden directors. Yes. I think this is like a money fraud perpetuating thing between Three Arrows and TPS. I'm pretty sure it looks like a while ago they were run by different people. They don't want to associate themselves with Three Arrows Capital. And Three Arrows Capital might have actually used a lot of the funds on TPS, and they might still have a lot of the funds in TPS, and they don't want people to recollect the money from TPS. According to registration documents filed in Singapore, TPS Capital ownership is split between BVI registered firm called Three Lucky Charms, catch those Lucky Charms, BVI registered TPS Research, and Cayman Islands registered Taiping Sing Ltd. But it honestly looks to me that these are two branches of the same company. And when Three Arrows went kaput, which it did, TPS basically sucked up a lot of the funds, and now they're kind of like almost laundering the funds via TPS and still operating TPS. So investors should actually have reason to be very, very angry at Three Arrows Capital because it looks like they are screwing you. Yes, people, it does look like they are screwing you. So congratulations. And we found out this new thing about TPS, and maybe you can get the lawyers to actually bring down TPS as well, because it does look like they were under the same ownership. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.